Ooh, good players.
All right, Goodplairs podcast. I am JT. Alongside of me is my co-host there, Superior.
Yeah. And I know y'all probably looking for a D. Kelly, a long head ass, but he had to go be a father real quick, take care of his kids. One of them got sick, so y'all know what time it is. But today we got a special guest in the building.
Yes, sir.
All the way from LA.
Yep.
Popping their shit, new album out.
Yep.
Why don't y'all let the people know who y'all are, man?
We are Jake&Papa, all the way from Van Nuys, California. And we got a new tape out called Tattoos&Blues II that's going to spread love all over the world, man. So we had to get out here on foot and come spread this love on foot.
We in Alabama sipping moonshine. Talk to me.
Y'all, we got the moonshine, y'all. Welcome.
This is a hell of an entrance.
I swear to God.
You're welcome.
They righteously own the moonshine. He was like, what
man,
moonshine?
That's delicious, man.
Yeah.
And what's that new experience? His ass about the experience.
My first
Shout
time.
out to whoever made this. This
Just
shit
imagine
fire.
they get back to Canada, they're going to tell their homeboys, yeah, we was in Alabama drinking
Drinking
moon.
moon. No, goddamn.
Started with them country ass niggas. Everything.
Alabama dirt.
Get my computer bag, camera bag out of that car, please, bro.
Yeah.
Damn, Jay.
Face ass.
You lucky we can cut it out.
Yeah, and we back. So, how y'all been liking being in the South so far?
Oh man, we love the South. So this is our second time in Alabama, but the first time was a long time ago. So this is like first time really getting acquainted with Alabama. But we've lived in Atlanta before. We got family in Texas, so we love the South.
That's what's up, bro. Did the South have any inspiration on like the music? Or y'all just...
Yeah, we actually have. All right, this is, a lot of people don't know this, brother, because we pushing this tape right now, Tattoos&Blues II. But we have a whole tape based on one woman from the South. And it's
y'all dated her
story.
together? Like on some R. Kelly?
Oh man, we can't even say it was one of us, but we can't say who it was because you gotta hear the album. So look, next time we come out here, when we have more time, we gotta let you hear that album. It's a full story from beginning to end about one woman, and she is a Southern, wonderful woman who did us dirty. And it's
Damn, she finessed y'all, bro?
Huh?
I'm gonna go listen to the album. It's on Apple.
No, not yet. It ain't out yet. It's gonna be exclusive.
Wow.
We gonna go to the studio. We gonna get some moonshine, and we gonna let y'all hear the tape before anybody else. Okay.
I can't believe we got these niggas on moonshine at 1 o'clock on a motherfucking Tuesday. That's wild, bro. I ain't never met nobody that just righteously outright like moonshine. Like, y'all really sipping this shit.
It's delicious.
I had moonshine once before in LA, and it was like way stronger than it. So like my experience with moonshine was just like, how did niggas even drink this?
Yeah, you
This
can run a
shit is
car
cool.
like real moonshine. Like,
This remind me of like Douce with like cinnamon in it. It's bomb.
oh, that's wild. So how y'all? I know recently like R&B been really on the up again because it was like a slump. You know what I'm saying? With R&B, especially with me being an R&B connoisseur, I'm like, bro, this shit sucked. Like R&B singers was turning into rappers. Every song was hit this, smoke this, drink that. This day it wasn't about love no more. And then for a minute it was back into the bag of like hurt. I hate hurt woman R&B. Like that shit is depressing.
Bro.
So like, how do y'all feel about with it going? Well, no, that wasn't what I was getting at. How y'all feel about Diddy saying that R&B was dead?
I sure wanted to ask that question, the exact question.
I mean,
With y'all being
I
R&B
feel like,
artists.
I feel like he had an agenda for what he was saying, so I don't really buy into the whole R&B is dead conversation no more. I'm kind of exhausted with it. So we in the trenches. We know we're here every day. There's so many people. So Lucky Day, her.
Yeah.
So many people doing R&B on a high level. It's not even no bullshit. It's high quality R&B. You just gotta, and it's not even hard to find. So I'm not even gonna say you gotta look for it. It's not hard to find. You open up Apple Music, you go to R&B Now, you go to Brown Sugar playlist, you go to, there's so many R&B playlists, you know what I'm saying? It's right there. All you gotta do is just open the app. It's there. Jasmine Sullivan, you know what I'm saying? Like if you look
Bro,
at
she's so fire.
the
You
Super
see
Bowl
this?
last year, her and Jasmine Sullivan opened up the show with I feel like they did a national anthem or something.
Yeah.
They did something.
Yeah.
I was like, if R&B was dead, I don't think they would have put two R&B acts at the beginning of one of the biggest sports shows in the world.
Yeah.
So come on, let's.
But I think he was probably speaking to like the sound of R&B. Yeah, because the sound of the recent album is like that sound, and it sound good. And then you had like pop R&B, like Trey Songz, Bottoms Up, and you know, all like, just to give an example. So I feel like he was probably talking more so the sound, because when you look at the song that he put out, that song with Bryson Tiller wasn't even R&B. That shit was like,
and I mean, I will say that there's a point to the fact that it's much more convenient to put money behind toxicity than it is to put money behind a song like Promise that we just dropped. That could be a wedding song. So that's inspiring our people. Let's say Promise sells millions and millions of copies. That's millions and millions of people who are now inspired to love, start a family, be monogamous, be upright, blah, blah, blah. And that don't really make a lot of sense to people who are trying to just get a quick dollar, you know? Yeah. So when you saw, we were just talking the other day about how Charlamagne had cornered Leo Cohen on The Breakfast Club.
I seen that.
And you know what it is? Like, it's really convenient to put money behind people who are talking about killing and spreading hate. And, you know, kill culture is super convenient.
Yeah, so and that's sad, bro.
It is. It's sad. I mean, we literally just woke up to that news about Takeoff
this morning.
And it's crazy to think that the value of life is so low at this point. But R&B does the exact opposite. R&B literally makes you want to go give life, start life with a woman. That's what it's made for. And so we just got to keep fighting a good fight, man, because our music is made to inject light into the world, and that's not convenient for the people who are putting money behind stuff.
Facts, because that's why I like Kenya album. That intro just make you want to just go.
Yeah, it's bad.
Yeah, man, too funny.
I was in LA when Kenyon sold out the Roxy. I was at the show.
Let's go.
I was in the A at the show.
Man, it's like, come on, people want it. You know,
Yeah, that real R&B. And bro really be like he be singing.
Kenyon singing, yeah.
Nigga be on a whole nother level.
Yeah.
And if the argument is there's not the specific kind of R&B that you want, you know what I'm saying, or the Jodeci kind or the Mary J. Blige kind, then create it.
Yeah.
But there is that. Mm-hmm. The beautiful thing about R&B in 2022 is there's so many different kinds. Like there is the Jodeci kind, there's the indie R&B kind, there's the Jhené Aiko kind, there's the Music Soul Child kind. There's different demographics of R&B, just like there's different demographics of blackness. You're not just gonna find just one kind, and that's okay. There's room for all of it, you know. So if you want to listen to it, you want to promote it, do that. If you don't like it, just say you don't like it. Don't say that it's dead, because that's corny.
I listen to all types of R&B. Like, I like Weeknd. He don't like The Weeknd.
The Weeknd sucks. that nigga.
I appreciate
he sound like a cold
albums.
sheep.
Like, if you make a good album, I don't care what type of R&B it is. I'm gonna listen to it. Yeah. Like, I don't know if you. What you think about Bryson Tiller, there?
I think he.
See, and I like Bryson Tiller.
But his vibe is fire though. You know what I'm saying? His content is getting pretty like repetitive at this point, but you know, it just depends.
Gotta Move On is a hard song.
It is hard, but I mean, I don't want to
Bryson.
be in the club dancing, thinking about my ex bitch. Like, that's why I'm in the club to get off of
I mean, but you think about we in the club.
The one
we did it.
Yeah.
We in the club dancing, and you don't have to call by Usher.
So
we in the club dancing till I wish I
Oh, that was different.
Thomas. You know what I'm saying?
We walk.
I got you. I love that song though, for real. I love that song.
And
though.
I gotta give Bryson credit for when he came out. What was that, like 2015? Mm-hmm. Like, if you really want to talk about R&B is dead, it was really kind of quiet. You know, he came with that trap soul shit, kind of busted wide open.
We just talked about that.
We literally was
when
just
he
talking
came
about
through with Trap Soul, I mean, bro, that was the album, bro.
Yeah.
Top
front
to
to back,
bottom.
because he was doing like the rap and the R&B, but it sounded good. Like, I hate R&B Drake. Like, when Drake sing, I think that's like the most like, I wish this nigga would shut up. Like,
They're so funny, man.
but because I like people that can sing. Like, was talking about y'all project, like, bro, y'all actually sound good.
Man,
like, y'all
you.
sound good, bro. It's
Appreciate you.
like, I can put that tape in if I'm chilling with my lady friend and just walk around the house and just kick it.
Lady friend,
let's
that's
go.
some southern shit right there.
Yeah,
Lady
man.
friend.
Hey, man.
For real, bro. That's what it's about. So, like, how was the process of y'all putting out this project? Like, what was the inspiration?
Tattoos and Blues II has been a long time coming. We dropped the first Tattoos and Blues in 2017, and we started recording part 2 immediately after. But a few like business situations fell through, and it kind of halted the process. So in between time, I think we dropped like 3 or 4 different tapes, you know, just trying to get the situation right, get our resources together, like iron out the sonics of the actual project. So it took some time, but we knew this project was gonna be really special, so we didn't wanna just throw it out too soon, you know, because we independent. That's like, you know, that could be suicide. You just throwing out your music. It's important, it's a balance. It's important to continue to put out music because that's what you got in your favor is dropping music. But at the same time, you gotta have your ducks in a row too. You know, you are a business at the same time, so you gotta make sure you do it right and give your music a fighting chance. You know, so we just took a little time to get it right.
Okay, sometimes that's what it takes, bro. You gotta sit back and just, like I was telling y'all with the podcast, like we had took a break, break. But everything we did in between that break helped us get to where we at now. We just applied it.
Amen.
Do y'all like team up with like writers and stuff? Like, or it's just strictly y'all?
Yeah, we write everything, man. And I think we're so self-contained that it seems like we don't do a lot of features or care for features. But we actually love working with people who love working with us. And it's like, if it's harmony in the room, like we keep mentioning Kenyon, but that's like our bro, you know? If it's love, we would love to collaborate with people. But for the most part, we just find ourselves in the house writing and recording everything, arranging everything. We engineer, we mix. It's like, it just ends up being just us because our work ethic is a little different, you know. Like, so we write everything, man. Every ooh and ah you hear on Tattoos&Blues II.
Yeah, that's dope.
Y'all produce too?
Yeah, I was dabbling with producer for a minute. I was on Logic, you feel me? Like, I was obsessed for a second, and I think I ended up coming to a bit of a halt because I think the money in production is not in creating the loops. Anybody can create a loop, and you know, I play a little bit, so it's like anybody can create a loop, but it's like the mixing part. And for some reason, I would bounce it down, and in my headphones, it would sound like Dre. Like, I just knew I was the second coming. And then when I played in the car, it sounded like my niece made it. I'm like, why is it sounding like? So I ain't figured that out yet, bro. If anybody got any templates or whatever, send the homie a template. Because I'll get right back on my joint. I got Ableton, and I was obsessed with Ableton for a second, but I just need to learn how to mix is really where it's at now.
So you use Ableton?
I think Ableton is a whole different thing. Like Logic was cool because it's very user friendly. Yeah. But Ableton, the possibilities endless, and so especially if you're talking about samples and all that, it's just, and like I like to sample my voice and play with something. It's just so fun, but it got to sound right in the car, bro. Like if it don't pass the car test, you're gonna fail, bro. So I gotta figure out that mixing.
I don't think I ever used Ableton. Have you, D-Killer? Ableton. I've used Logic, and I'm a Pro Tools guy. Okay. I can't use nothing.
You produce on Pro Tools?
I don't know.
That's the best engineer in the city.
Really?
Gas.
Him and
Let's go.
literally the best engineers in the city.
Let's go, man. Yo,
No
bless
cap.
me, man.
If any engineer watches podcast and you feel some type of way, nigga, come see me. Y'all know what the fuck going on.
I know some people who record on FL Studio, so me and D-Killer was talking about that the other day. We were literally talking about DAWs the other day.
Ableton in particular, that one real like hard. Like you gotta really know what you're doing.
You gotta know what you're doing, man. Like we do vocals on Pro Tools because that's how we learn. But when it comes to producing, Logic and Ableton made the most sense to me. But you know, my cup is empty, man. If y'all got anything that can help me out, my cup is empty, man.
We'll chop it up.
Help.
SOS. That's our other co-host, D. Kelly. Y'all never seen a hat that long before.
You know
that nigga head.
You know who would be good to link them up with? We can link them up with Jasmine Garfield. Y'all would be a good link.
Jasmine Garfield, she been working with Rodney Jerkins and shit. She from the city though.
She a producer?
She hard.
Producer.
I swear to God.
Man, come on.
Shout out Jasmine Garfield. We've been trying to set
Producer, songwriter.
Oh man, yeah.
And B flat too.
Yeah, that's what, when I listen to y'all song, that's what I get from it. Snipe too.
Snipe from Birmingham, but he actually won Grammys with Beyonce and shit. He from Birmingham.
Tap in with all
Yeah, let us
We
know.
finna link y'all with everybody, bro. When this over
we
with.
only out here for a day, but obviously, like, we want to connect for real. So just let us know, man, who we got to connect with.
When y'all went into the music, y'all was instantly like, all right, this shit for the world. Like, it's bigger than LA. What gave y'all that drive? Because that's the thing with a lot of independent artists. They just make music for like a city. And it's like, bro, it's a whole, next door records. That's what we call that shit. They don't go no further than next door. They ask me right there. And don't nothing happen. So like, what inspired y'all to just? What gave y'all the vision?
You know what? I think we just being who we are. You know, one thing about where we come from, the San Fernando Valley, it's a melting pot of different cultures. You know, so it's never been one way for us. You know, we went to school with blacks, Latinos, Armenians, Asians. So we always got different tastes of different walks of life and different cultures. So and that goes into us making music. So even though we're making R&B, it's inspired by everyone. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes out, I think it's just a natural thing, you know. We're speaking to us, but when everyone else connects with it, everyone feels like family, you know. So
yeah.
And on top of that, I think not on top of that, along with that, I believe that the fact that we grew up with parents who listened to everything was a big blessing because we were surrounded by it at school, like he said, but also in the car on the way to church or in the car to go see our pops. Whether we're on the bus, we're blah, blah, blah. We're listening to Anita Baker and Elton John, and our dad's listening to James Taylor and James Brown, and it's like we're getting a little bit of everything growing up, and we get to pick and choose the vibrations we like from each one and create this amalgamation in our music subconsciously. It's not even like you're trying. It is what it is. I was listening to a joint we did the other day, and I heard a little bit of Nat King Cole in there, a little bit of Frank Sinatra, and I heard a little bit of Tupac in there. It's like nobody's trying to do that. It's just what we are. Like it's what we grew up on.
Yeah.
You know, going back to that whole the R&B conversation, I feel like the older heads are used to a certain way from, you know, the 80s and the 90s when it was like you had to walk like this, talk like this, and you were only influenced by this. But like how he said, when we was coming up, we was all like, go to a Schoolboy Q concert, go to a Kendrick Lamar concert. You're not gonna, if you just look at the crowd, you don't know where you at. You don't know who about to get on the stage because it's all different walks of life. And that's how we came up, you know what I'm saying? So it's not just one way. It's not just white or black. We living in the gray.
Yeah. And that's what I think a lot of people that come along with having that vision, you gotta see like the great grand scheme of things, because a lot of niggas just be tripping, bro. They be tripping, bro, and they don't really have like no vision, no setup, like no plan, like which direction they want to go in. So that's I think that's dope when independent artists see themselves way bigger than, you know what I'm saying, what people can see them as right now, because it's just like watching the story build up as y'all go.
Man.
That's super hard. If y'all had 5 producers y'all could work with today, what would be y'all top 5?
What's the girl's name y'all just said?
5 each.
Oh, Jasmine Garfield.
Her.
Jasmine Garfield.
Because for some reason, I feel like just the way y'all brought her
Her
up.
name sound like the wind is blowing in the...
Right, that's her vibe, bro. That's her vibe.
It's blowing and she coming
She
with
like
a harp. Like,
Yeah, like what's up with y'all?
She probably can play the harp.
Yeah.
She play everything. So.
Yeah. I'm gonna say
5
her.
apiece. Yo, we'll give y'all 5 apiece.
5 apiece? Okay, we can go back and forth.
Dr. Dre,
I don't know, Rodney Jerkins.
Hit Boy.
Hit Boy's a good one. I'm gonna double up on Hit Boy, bro, because Hit Boy gave us 3 beats way back in the day, and I wrote to all 3 of them and record, and it just never happened to him.
How that happen?
Because we used to, when we was living in Atlanta, we used to be signed to Def Jam living in Atlanta, and so we were just making our rounds working in Atlanta. And one day we was at Polo the Don studio, and in the main studio, it's like a room full of like 30, 40 people. And like Polo's playing us, what was the Make Love in the Club? That's when Usher came out with. And so he's playing, so he's playing us all these big songs and his big writers. I remember Stacey Barth in there, like all the biggest, the big was in there, right? And so the energy in there wasn't that great. Like it wasn't that loving, that harmonious. Like we was ready to get out of there, you know? So we're walking out, leaving, and we walked past a very small room in the studio. Like the SSL board took up the whole room. And a door opened, and it was this dude. It's a small room. 2 of them, yeah. And so he's like, yo, who is y'all? We said our names. He's like, yo, well, let's do it, blah, blah, blah. Let's do some music, boom, boom. And he's playing us 3 beats. He gives us 3 beats. He was like, all right, peace, man. Boy, what's your name, bro? He's like, oh, my name Hit Boy. He was like, all right, bet, we're going to connect with you. And it was just that smooth. He ended up blowing up after that. And we just never really got to, like, fully reconnect. But that's the homie, though, low-key. So I'm going to say Hit Boy again. We gotta say
Hit Boy, let's see.
I think Hit Boy like took Nas on like one of his like best runs in his entire career.
I mean, cause you know, Hit Boy, he come from that same era of we was listening to Stillmatic and Godson on the bus. You know what I'm saying? So we know when Nas was on that shit. So who can bring Nas back to that glory he's supposed to be at than someone who came up on him? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's genius what he's doing. But back on it. Let's see. Producers. I'm not really good at like the current producers who's out right now, but
y'all don't want to do nothing with like D-Miles or nothing like that?
D-Miles is incredible, bro.
It's a lot of really dope music.
Yeah,
I love the feel. Like you could tell when it's a hit maker situation. I know it's a lot of producers under that umbrella, but it's a specific vibe in there. And I'm gonna steal one more. Ty Dolla $ign.
Yeah, man.
Facts.
Solid, bro.
Ty Dolla
solid,
$ign,
bro.
so slept on. I feel like he still slept on.
Man, Ty is solid. Dog.
Like a lot of people don't realize how musical Ty Dolla $ign is.
Yeah.
Like, we did a show. We opened up for him way back. This is like 2012 or some shit. This nigga played every instrument.
Yeah, just in the sound check, he's playing the guitar, the bass, the drums, just like
Jasmine Garfield.
Yeah. Oh man. See,
Jasmine.
so look, Jasmine, come on, man, stop playing games.
Not only do I know Jasmine is talented, but I know Jasmine fine too.
Slim with the dread. Swish.
Never met an ugly Jasmine.
Swish. But yeah, man, then one more top 5 because we love to ask our guests about what's the top 5 artists that inspired y'all?
5 apiece or 5?
5 apiece.
My top 5 that inspired me that I can think of right now, immediately, just in this chapter, is Sade, Omu Sangare.
Who?
Omu Sangare is a singer from Mali. Really, really, really dope. Man, I highly recommend everybody listen to him.
That boy got a palette on him, though.
I can almost guarantee them songs be vibes too.
Bro, you put that on,
I
it makes you
guarantee.
feel like, just when you listen to anything straight from the motherland, it's something about it that's fortifying. And it's just fortifying in a different way. It just makes
Bro
you
really got the Eric Benet vibe, bro. You get bro.
Shout out to Eric, man. Shout out to Eric Benet. I'm about to start going on stage barefoot. You know? Yeah, hell yeah. I'm gonna say Sade, Omu Sangare, Tupac, Nat King Cole, and Miles Davis. I'm gonna say Miles
Man, you
Davis.
got a super different but great ass top 5.
Them is the ones for me right there, like on a daily basis, not even just the music, but just how they carry it. Like Miles was the man. The vision, the not compromising on the vision with all of them.
Yeah, that's
another-
big. That's
yeah.
big.
My top 5 in 2022 is a bit controversial, so I'm trying to figure out like 2 names that I had to substitute, unfortunately. But that's really sad. It breaks my heart. For sure, Tupac's number 1. Donny Hathaway, Brandy, Nipsey Hussle, rest in peace. And I mean, whatever. Dude canceled, but Kanye, I can't even front. Kanye is like, he's had a big,
Yeah,
which you know to other people, but Kanye's had a big influence on me just as far as music, culture, fashion. You know, you can't deny what he's contributed. So yeah, that's my 5.
Both of y'all got hell of a top 5.
Amen.
Thank you.
Damn, and it's showing the music. Like,
Yeah, if someone would have asked me my top 5 R&B, I would have started off with Sade too, cause that's like,
Man, bro, look,
that's the goat.
That's like
That's the goat, bro.
that's the one. And then she's supposed to be working on something new.
do you think people want to hear that though?
Oh, our brother.
Old
You know
Sade?
what's crazy, bro?
Because I do.
I think I think her diehard fans. There's 2 different careers that you could build in music, and I guess you could build in all entertainment. Is the people who are in your face all day, every day, and the people who are off in the world somewhere, and when they show up, the world stops for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And those careers, I think, are the best. You got Frank Ocean in there, you got Sade in there, you got Maxwell in there. If Maxwell decides right now he wants to go to Staples Center, it's going to sell out in 5 minutes. With Sade, K-Dot's the same way. He makes you wait for 20 years, but when he drops, your world changes for 20 minutes. Like, all right, cool. I think Sade is that person who, if she said right now, I'm going to be at Staples Center, my niggas at Staples Center tonight, 8 p.m. peace. 2 minutes is going to sell out. Bro.
Yeah.
And that's the type of career I respect a lot. I love that.
Yeah. I could definitely see that. I'm just wondering like what it's gonna sound like. Is it still gonna be like 90 some, or is it gonna be like, what if she got like Metro Boomin on there? But you know the old ex be trying to come up the ladder with the shit. You be like,
Man, I don't want to hear that. I really don't want to hear that.
If you're on Metro, don't trust you.
my love.
Nah, dog. We don't
the
want
bridge would probably be so retarded.
Depending on how they do it, you know what I'm saying? If they got live instrumentation and just throw a little hi-hat in there.
You know what I'm
A
saying?
little trap bass.
Ah, damn.
Wait.
Sade with Metro and some sick shit.
Metro. Oh my God. Roman, another producer, bro. You know, link that up.
Yeah, he one of the ones. He really is. We can get you with Presley. He was on Thug last project, but his sound is like left field, like it's in a good way. It's like a southern Timberland.
Man,
It's ahead of his time, if you ask me.
Hey, man, link it up, bro. Hey, hook it up, bro.
Yeah, man. So before we get out of here, man, what y'all let the people know where they can find y'all music.
Wait, before we do all that, shout out to the brand, man.
Oh, damn, bro.
Yes, sir.
My bad, bro.
Yeah, so we created, so Rose Worldwide is the name of the brand. Rose stands for Real One Still Exists. And Real One Still Exists, Rose is like an acronym that I came up with in like 2014. Just, we had a tape called The Rose Tape in 2018, and we started doing merch for that. And then the brand just grew legs of its own, and now it's just another aspect of the JP experience, another way that we express ourselves, and another way that we can build this community and find our tribal people who are like-minded, you know.
Facts,
So yeah,
facts.
roseworldwide.net.
Yes. It's hard. Show the people the back of it.
Yeah, man, we got the Concrete Rose himself. Yeah.
Pop.
Yeah.
Gang,
That's the man right there.
And where can they cop some of that merch at?
Yeah, roseworldwide.net. Check us out. We got
.net.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? A little different.
Alright.
We cranking out stuff just like our music, man. I just wanted to deliver high quality product on a consistent basis. So yeah, check it out.
Cool.
Yeah, nah, he summed it up really good.
Yeah. What's y'all Instagram and the latest project?
At
Yes.
Moonshine.
You can find us on every platform at Jake&Papa, JakeAndPapa. That goes for Instagram, Twitter, all that. YouTube, because the Promise video is dropping tomorrow. Directed by Pop. You know, he put together the whole
Us, man.
joint.
He
I
did it
know, but it's, you know, when y'all see this video, just remember what we said about what it means to spread love in this generation at this time. We're going to do everything we can to spread love through our music. So Tattoos&Blues II is out now. Go grab it. Promise video coming out. We got 3 other singles that are pushing as well. And just, you know, look for us everywhere. We're going to come to your city and perform very soon.
That's hard, bro. So y'all see, tap in with the guys. Make sure that y'all, you know, follow them on Instagram, download their music. They got a new project out now. Make sure y'all go get that. And if
One song, I got a question though. One song from the project that if they don't never heard of Jake&Papa, what would you say to Real Man? Promise.
Play that Promise.
Yeah, man,
that
we
shit
gotta
tough.
say Promise, bro.
That's tough.
Just, you know, the Promise, man. It's just solid R&B soul music.
that's tough. And our listeners know if it was trash, I would have told them right here on air. I definitely would have told y'all go back to the drum
You
board.
might want to give him another one.
When you made it to the end of this podcast, just know we 3 players discussing hip hop, entertainment, the culture world today, R&B, and all that
That shit in between. Fact though, D. Killer Ugly Ass was not here today.
I'm never